Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
It's so funny, sister, because some of you, maybe this is you, have told me that you, once you found the podcast, you, binge listened. Because we're getting close to 600 episodes in here, so there's a lot of content, a lot of episodes, and yeah, sometimes you binge listen stuff. I do a lot of the same when I find a favorite podcast. I'm listening to one by Elizabeth Gilbert, the writer who wrote Eat, Pray, Love, among other things. Beautiful, beautiful writer. Love her work, love who she is. And she actually only had this. She wrote a book called Big Magic, which I read as well too. And then she had a podcast, which was kind of continuing the conversation. It looks like 2 seasons. I just listened to, I guess it was the last one, because it came out in 2016. It's now 2 years later, with Glennon Doyle Melton on it. And Glennon said something at the very end, which again, like in the last podcast, I'm like, oh my God, there's so much in this right now. And I want to speak into it, which was this. She's talking about accept the invitation. So this is what this means. When you have things that, people that present things to you in your life, when you have this what I actually have often referred to as the rumbling kind of feeling I had inside in my late 20s to actually start writing a book, which, what do you know, my book's going to be coming out in the next month or so. Because I delayed it for so long. I didn't accept the invitation. I started to write, started to blog 6.5 or so-ish, 7 years ago. But I didn't fully accept the invitation. I then turned to podcasting, and nothing wrong with that. It was like a different way to express it. But I didn't fully accept the invitation. I remember the first time that I had feelings, which was 5 years prior to when we actually closed the doors of our chiropractic office, but I had the rumblings inside, the feeling, the knowing, the invitation, if you will, was being put out into the universe of there's something for you to do outside of chiropractic. It was like, no, universe, just a second. You must have the wrong chick, because this one is in chiropractic for life. Not something I wanted to just see how it goes and then, look for the next thing. This is my chosen profession. This is why I went to school for 8 years. This is why I invested about $150,000 in education. No, you must have it wrong. I denied that invitation for a long period of time. People that have come into my life, other opportunities that have presented themselves. It's just I didn't always accept the invitation. Why? Because I felt I wasn't ready. I wasn't worthy. Who am I to do these things? I need more time. It's so funny as I'm listening to her then too, and this whole feeling of writing this book about this unraveling, what I've often referred to as the nervous breakdown experience, the remembering who I am. You can pick any of those. They all work. Is this feeling about a month into it is I need to write. And I had been writing. I was like, this book is going to be about marriage. I talk a lot about marriage. In the podcast, I talk a lot about marriage with my coaching. It's the thing that kind of really lights me up the most when marriages start to really begin to heal and to ignite again. Because it often is the catalyst for a lot of other areas of life. And so I'm like, the book's going to be about marriage. And I actually started writing it. I was maybe 5,000 or so words in, and then this whole thing started. And it was like, no, the book is about this. This invitation was presented to me. This amazing therapist that I've been seeing, and my husband and I together as well too, has just been like, what an invitation that presented to itself when I found him. An invitation to go deeper. This invitation that I felt that when these things were coming up, that it was not up to me to try to figure it out and to try to stop it and make it go away. It was an invitation for me to fully ride it. It's been an invitation for me to fully kind of enter into the pain and see what I'm supposed to see and what I've discovered in this process. An invitation. You know, it's so funny too, is as soon as I keep saying the word invitation over and over again, there's a book called The Invitation by, I think the name of the author is Oriah Mountain Dreamer. So Native American, and I think it's Oriah, O-R-I-A-H, a mountain dreamer. And there's a book, actually, it became at first like a poem that was kind of like, this was just when Facebook was kind of just, no, wait, let me think for a second. Was Facebook out then? No, it was not. It was not. It must have been like it was going like around through emails or something, but it's a poem by Oriah Mountain Dreamer called The Invitation, which then became a book. And my husband and I recited it to each other as part of our wedding ceremony because how beautiful that it is. I'm going to put the link for the book and to actually that poem in the show notes as well too, which by the way, if you don't get the show notes, you need to head over right now to drkarenosborn.com/action guide. And I'm going to send you some really cool stuff with that, but you'll get the show notes for all the episodes. When you hear me say stuff, you don't have to be like, oh, I got to stop and write that down. It'll be all in the show notes to you, delivered to your inbox. Easy peasy. The invitation. Are you accepting the invitation in front of you right now? Maybe that's the invitation to a friendship. Maybe it's for a business opportunity. Maybe it is just something inside that your heart is longing for you to do. Are you accepting the invitation in front of you? This is going to be a quick episode here today. 1, I'm picking up kids and I have to leave my car in about 2 minutes. 2, I just don't think there's anything more to say about this. I think this is simply, you know what this means. So here's your more tip for today then, sister. Where in your life are you not accepting the invitation in front of you right fucking now? Where's that? I know right now that when you say that, I'll be like, psh, it's this. For me, it's been the book. I've been like procrastinating, putting it off. I'm not ready. I need more time. How can I do this and take care of all the needs of my kids that are coming up right now? Like, no, the invitation is there for me as I'm working through and plowing my way through it and the writing and the editing right now. So where is that invitation for you in your life that you're not accepting? And number 2, what do you need to do to just say yes? Yes. Thank you. I accept that invitation. So sister, finishing up, there are about 50-ish Women Wanting More limited edition journals that are left that I've sent out 500-ish or so to around 20 countries around the world. And I would love to send one to you as well. So head over right now to drkarenosborn.com/free journal. You take care of a little bit of shipping. I do all the rest. I'm going to send you some amazing Women Wanting More swag at the same time. So that's at drkarenosborn.com/free journal. So I will talk to the next episode. A life of more is just one step away from you accepting the invitations in front of you, sister, that the universe and God is delivering every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborn.com/newsletter.